Sato. Got about 245 views, 46 views roughly, on my little short video I made of it for my channel. So I felt like I should make a little video of it, telling its history, how I got it, and just walk around a little bit, and maybe we'll take a little drive and all that. I'll make some other videos coming up as far as that goes. The way I got this tractor was I inherited it, and its name is Bob. And Bob became Of because of Bob. So I grew up with a gentleman down the road named Bob Maverick, and I grew up on this tractor, pushing dirt with it. I would go down there as a kid and run it and scrape his driveway. We'd eat lunch, he'd fix lunch, and we'd play with his old Jubilee, and he had equipment as I was growing up too. And I had a lot of fond memories of this, and I remember returning the garden with it some. And it's always been on my road all my life. And this tractor is very near and dear to me. So I'm going to shorten the story up. Bob got to the point where he got pretty old, and he couldn't work on the more. Well, the clutch had went out in it. And I went down there and told Bob, I said, I'm going to come get your tractor and redo it for you. Basically go through it mechanically. So what I did was we ordered a clutch, all the internal parts as far as clutch, throwout bearing, all that stuff. I serviced the tractor, went all through it, greased it, freed everything up, changed all the oils in the differentials, filters, anything you could think of that could be changed, checked, and done, is what I did to this tractor. And got it all right, got all the lights working on it, even put a horn on it. And Bob used it for quite some time. He would use it basically kind of like a wheelchair, I guess you could say. He could walk pretty good, but his balance wasn't too great. And so I got it all fixed for him. He rode it around. He used it. I mean, he was tough. I'm telling you, he was a tough old man. He really was. Really super guy. And he probably got to use it for about 8 months, at least, maybe a year, I think. And I got the phone call one day of, and my neighbor down the road called me and said, there's an ambulance over at Bob's house. You know, I think something's happened. Well, then later on he called me back and said, you know, he had passed away. Well, a few days went by, at least or that so, a week, and his daughter called me and said, Daddy wanted you to have his tractors. And he left me this tractor, which, like I said, this tractor is a very special tractor. I'll never sell it. When I'm dead, it can go to somebody else. But I really love this little tractor. Great machine, strong, powerful. But anyway, back to the story. That's the short version of how I inherited Bob. I grew up on this tractor. I've got a lot of memories with it. It's been a lot of fun over the years. I actually took it to its first tractor show. I've actually took it to a tractor show twice, so it's been off the road. But for years, this tractor had never left where I live, and he just lived right down the road from me. But when I got this one, there was another one. I don't have it. I give it to my buddy, which is one of my real good friends. His name's Zach, and Zach helped Bob a lot too, so I made sure Zach ended up with the other Beaver. And it's got a bucket loader and other attachments with it. It had that blade for years. It's had that same rigging set up for years. I've had scoop bucket. I've got the blade, scoop bucket. I've got a turning plow. I've got cultivator and finish mower. It's got a finish mower with it. I got to work on that eventually. But for the tractor and the size they are, 2-cylinder diesel, 4-wheel drive, I mean, they are stout. I'd like to get the rear tires loaded eventually. I'd like to load them eventually, I guess I should say. I use this thing constantly around here as far as pulling cars. I mean, it'll pull cars. It's geared so low. I mean, here, I'll show you. It's geared so low that you don't really have to have it. This is your high and low range. Of course, you got your differential lock over here. First, second, third. This controls the blade up and down. This is your speed for your rear PTO, and this is your 4-wheel in and 4-wheel out. So, we've got it low, sticking first. I mean, you can see it creeps. And it will idle low. That's how you shut it off, and then you kick your ignition switch off here. So, and of course you got toolbox underneath, got tools in it. But that's kind of how this tractor became of. I inherited this tractor from my real good friend Bob, and I'm very happy that and honored that he left me his tractor. So it's gotten very well taken care of right now. It don't look like it. It's eventually one of these days it'll get painted. Right now, not so much worried about it. I just keep everything oiled up real good on it. I keep it clean. It's got a little bit of needs a bath right now. But I figured I would show you Bob, or aka the Beaver. But that's, you know, thanks for all the views on the short video. I appreciate that. That's cool. And like I said, we'll see more out of this little machine as I go. And we'll run it around the yard here. And I know you've seen it sitting in the back. We got a steam engine to play with. I got a couple. But we ain't going to get into that on this video. But yep, this is the Sato Mitsubishi everybody liked pretty good on the short. So I figured I would show it. And we'll get some more working shots of me scraping the driveway and different things. So you'll see that eventually. But like I said, I appreciate everyone, and let's take it a ride around the yard there, and you can watch it kind of ride around and work and move. And not very fast, but it's fast enough. Wasn't much of a show-off video, but anyway. That's what the little motor looks like. Scoot for a ride. Got other projects too coming up. Like I said, anything in the background, eventually you'll see it. So we're not on it yet. And it will roll cold too. This is one of the projects I'll be doing eventually. It's a 6-inch international burr mill. I need burrs for it. If anybody out there has a set of burrs to fit a 6-inch international burr mill, that'd be great, because I've actually got the original elevator to this. And as soon as I get not arbor, but shoot, oh, dang on it. My tripod stuck there. There we go. As soon as I get the piece that clamps the blade in here finished, I'm waiting on one to get fixed right now for it. We'll be able to do a little sawing with some flat belt equipment. So, anyway, just wanting to move this out of the way right now. It's been on a cart over there, and what I'm going to do is use the cart. I'm giving it to a buddy of mine. We're going to use it for an upcoming video of some exciting stuff as well we're going to be doing. So, you'll find out with that. I ain't going to tell all my secrets. Pretty much what I'm doing right now is just moving some stuff around and tidying up the yard. It's been kind of a mess. So, getting rid of some projects, moving some projects around here. What you kind of seen in the background, that little shell, I've got to put the roofing metal on it, but that's going to be like just a little small wood shed. And I might actually add on to it, put like wood right there, and just store like this inside, and store that saw inside. The saw's just been covered up, so I need to really get it out of the weather. I need more storage, but don't everybody. Of this, that's a blacksmith forge I redone and rebuilt, and I built all that up underneath, and made new legs, new clinker breaker, threw that stand together. This is another forge that I've built, which we'll light them up here soon. Got a couple interesting. I like stoves too. There's all of my stoves. A couple real early old saws, flat belt driven. We'll work on them eventually. So, but yep, make a little bit of video of the Beaver. That over there was a steam tractor at one time, and I give it to a buddy of mine. He's got to come get it. He's going to do something with it. That's a frame, which I need to drag that out of here too. And the tool sitting over there, I got to clean it up and redo it, clean it up, oil it up good. That is a sheet metal tool used for cutting circles. It's just been sitting outside, not doing any favors. Got to get this place out fixed, because I have some projects for it. Once again, I do this quite often, so it really helps out. Well, I got it pulled out. It's not super heavy or anything, but beats the heck out of dragging it by myself and trying to pull it up a grave. And I got some bricks in the bucket right now. I lost the brick. Oh, can't do that. think that's enough fun for the day with this. As far as dragging stuff around, it's the only thing I really needed to get out of the way. So, till next time, y'all. And if you like what I'm doing, hit like, subscribe. Thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for listening to me talk about it. B model Mac, more progress has been made on that. That, like I said, will be uploaded here soon. 3 and 4 will be here real soon, actually. And as far as changing hoses, I did go down the other day and take some hoses off and got pretty much about everything ready to go. So, but like I said, appreciate everybody watching my videos, what I'm making so far, and thanks for the likes. Thanks for subscribing, and I appreciate you listening to the little bit of the history about the Beaver here, or Bob, and how I acquired it. So yeah, I inherited. That's the first time I've ever inherited a tractor, so pretty cool. But I'd much rather have him back. He was a good friend, and but I'm glad he got to enjoy it in some of his, for what time he had left, so can't beat that. And, you know, I'm glad I got to be the caretaker of it. So, but anyway, till next time, y'all. Thank you.